right now?
Yeah, I'm recording right now.
All right.
What do you want to do? An open first or
Thanks,
what?
Sean. What do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Listener discretion is advised. It's time for another Steel Revolution podcast.
Playing Steel Revolution's podcast.
Please keep in mind that the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individuals, and they do not reflect any official view of the United Steelworkers, USW Local 105, or its officers or sub-board members for officers. Okay, there you go.
Man, that's professional.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
good.
Yeah.
Very retro.
I saw you over there doing the robot.
Yeah. That
That was scary.
sounds like we've made it another level.
Well, you know.
Only took 124 shows.
Oh, that's 1, 2, 4.
We're there now.
Sounds like it's from 98.9.
It's coming up on 2 o'clock. Good morning. Sean Roberts on WPF.
There you go. I threw that in just for you.
Thanks.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts.
It's gonna be that way, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hang on here. Hang on, guys. Hang on.
Sean's got the power.
Hey.
Oh, we're on air.
Oh, we're on air.
I'll put the light on for the
That's
on air.
fancy, man.
Thank you.
Now if I forget, I know.
Yeah.
We're on air.
I'll put a picture on Facebook with that.
Thanks, Sean, and
You're welcome.
welcome to Steel Revolution 124.
1, 2, 4. Hike.
I'm Roy Hutt.
Hang on.
Save big money at Menards.
Oh, no. Dude, I got a new one. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
For top deals on tools, head to Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Save on tools there.
Are we done? I'm Mike Nicholas.
You're a monster.
Okay.
You're a monster.
Okay.
Lee?
He's scared.
Lee Schaefer.
Go nuts.
Good grief.
Yeah, that,
Okay, that concludes 124.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Sean Geisens, and yeah.
I see. We don't make fun of you.
Oh, I already did this morning.
It's coming up on 2 o'clock. Good.
See?
Okay.
I'm not going to play it all the way through because I can turn it off. So
Okay.
oh, you weren't afraid to have me eating a donut on.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts.
Every time you do it.
But
Yep.
we don't, okay, all right, I get it. I'm a quick learner.
Well.
that's
Whoa.
debatable.
Pump the brakes on that. Anyway, that was funny, but for a serious note, let's if nobody knows or you haven't been following, our international president Tom Conway passed away last month, and let's take a moment of silence for the passing of Tom. Back after the moment of silence. Ooh, thanks, Lee. Next time, do that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you?
We need one of those.
He's taking your job.
He's the
Sean.
producer now.
He's taking your job.
You want to file
Sean.
a grievance?
Someone has to.
Tell me how to eat donuts.
I got to keep that up. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this going.
All right, with the passing of Tom Conway, Dave McCaw takes his spot, which opened up a spot of Vice President of Administration.
Yep.
Which is now filled by our former District Director, Emil Ramirez. Filling his spot is Kathy Drummond, which would be the first woman District Director. And taking her spot as Assistant to the Director is Jeff Hartford. So Jeff is moving up, and we congratulate Jeff on being appointed to that role, or being asked and accepting that role.
And then with that, we'll have a new staff rep.
Yep. So speaking of Jeff and Mike and Lee, you guys were in Tennessee where there was a healthcare meeting and also a labor management meeting. Let's start with the healthcare meeting. I believe, Pat reported out that went well. We had, what do we have, Mike? 3 issues for members?
For members, yeah. We had 3 issues with the healthcare meeting. Yep.
So we had 3 healthcare issues that members had, and we're talking about the tens of thousands of dollars healthcare bills that were in limbo, not paid, possibly getting ready to go to collections, so on and so forth. When we have a meeting, when we have this healthcare meeting, we usually take them to it, and it's like magic. Right before the meeting happens, they're all taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them, and the ones that aren't, we take there, and amazingly, those seem to get taken care of too. So that meeting went real well. These are people with corporate benefits that we've worked with a lot. They know us, we know them. They usually do a good job of helping out with our members' issues. To go along with that, there looks like there is an 8% uptick in healthcare. Of course, none of that goes on to the members because our premiums, or not our premiums, our premiums and our premiums are locked in, and our benefits are locked in. So none of that gets passed on to the membership.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of that too. The 8% seemed like a weird number too, because they went back a couple of years with COVID and how that affected increases and things like that. So
yeah, and it looked like most everything was flat from 21 to 22,
Yep,
and then
yep.
it did jump from 22 to 23. Especially, I was surprised by the prescriptions.
Yeah.
That jumped pretty good from 22 to 23. But I was also surprised at our Prudent RX. To me, it seemed low, the usage. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
But they seem to be saving quite a bit of money, both for us and for them. So
Yeah, that was a big dollar amount. What is
Yeah.
it? Wasn't it 300?
300,000.
So these are your high-end,
Yeah.
expensive
Thousands of dollars
drugs.
per prescription. Yeah.
Right. The company wanted that in at our last negotiations. Put that in, so that's money saving. Well, not only the company, but really
our members.
the membership.
Yeah.
I thought it was odd over the years to see COVID's impact on what was being used, because you saw there to be a downtick in medical during COVID.
Yep. Which is weird.
Yeah, which is a little bit weird, but if you think about it, most people were staying home. They weren't going
Yeah.
to the doctor, so that part drove down, and then your prescriptions were up.
Yep.
And then once you came out of COVID, it flipped.
Yep. Exactly.
Anyway, overall, I didn't think that was it was a huge jump in anything. It,
No.
it looked good. All right, is there anything else I'm forgetting from that meeting?
Well, I think the only other thing is, when we went back and we talked about the different providers they could have picked for our retirees, seems like the best one was picked.
Yep.
It's been able to save people money. Again, on both sides, it's been able to save pretty good money. And I was a little surprised at that, but I'm glad it's worked out. So,
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean during contract 2, this last contract, we pushed that we wanted a contact with Humana for our retirees and their health care, and we got that. I used it not too long ago. They gave a fast response.
Yep.
and a good response, I thought. So again, Humana seems to be working out for those. I don't really hear any complaints.
yeah.
No, retirees seem to be happy with it for the most part.
Yep.
All right, so we move on, or is there anything else from the health?
I think from healthcare, that's about
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
All right, going on to the labor management meeting. I did both of these from Zoom, and I was in and out of the labor management meeting. Especially, I was able to have Zoom for the whole healthcare meeting. So I'm going to throw it over to Lee and Mike that were there, that were in the room at that meeting. What did you guys think, and what was talked about?
So, and we kind of talked about some of this in some of the business meetings, but about 2 weeks prior, 2 weeks prior, union sent the agenda of what some of the issues we were going to be having. And of course, all 4 locations are there, so each location had their own issues. The company didn't seem to be very prepared to answer these issues.
Not at all.
It just, to be honest, it kind of felt like and Jeff spoke to it at business meetings, but it seemed like the company's in disarray. They don't really know who's supposed to be in charge of what. We did have Diana Pereira that was there, kind of spoke on some of the things with Boeing and Airbus and stuff. But yeah, overall, I just felt like disarray is the only
I agree.
term I could use.
Well, and I know Jeff was talking about this. So for people that don't know, there were people that were high up in the company that have been here for years. So like your Mark Vladbeck, your Rob Woodall. Am I missing? I'm missing somebody. Was there 3?
The CEO.
There were 3. Oh, CEO. So Tim
Tim
Myers.
yeah.
Maybe not him so much, but Rob and Mark had been around. They've been at Davenport. They were plant managers here at Davenport. They knew what they were doing.
They knew the rolling part very well.
Right.
So-
And like Jeff said at our business meetings, Mark was the one that was negotiating the contracts with Boeing and Airbus, and now he's just all of a sudden gone. And I believe part of this is they're scrambling to people in new roles and trying to get their feet underneath them. But you've got a lot of experience that just up and
Walked out.
and jumped out of the plane
Yep.
with their golden parachute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I can't say there was a lot more issues, I'll say, in other plants
Yeah.
than,
Yeah, I would
than
agree.
what we have.
And it took a lot more time and
Yeah.
understandable that
Yeah.
it did.
But some of our issues just, I don't know. They didn't really want to. And Mike, I don't know if you want to talk about craft wages and things like that, but it's
Well, I think the positive side of the meeting was Wida definitely answered. I wouldn't say we solved them, but we answered them. He's very interested in solving the craft wages. I believe we got the okay to come back to our plant and work on our stuff, and he wants to work on it. He wants to retain the crafts. He wants to make sure they're here and they're not looking for other jobs. So we're going to sit down and have a meeting and see what we can do. We've got a plan. I don't know if they have a plan, but we'll see. But yeah, he seemed very engaged in our issues and kind of wanted, at least I felt like he was talking directly to us. He wasn't talking to the group,
Sure,
turned and talked
sure.
at the 3 of us and Amber, and again, I think we can move forward with our issues just here locally. But again, it just felt, like you said, it felt chaotic to me.
Yeah.
Because we're
Yeah.
kind of going all over the place, and then
Yep.
at the end we did get our issues out, and Wida spoke to them specifically. So I believe we can move forward, especially on the craft wages, and get some movement.
So a big thing too, I think, was work-life balance.
Yeah.
That was talked about, not just us, all the
All
other
4
locations.
plants talked about it.
I don't know. We keep stressing to them that something's got to give here.
Well, basically what we said was, it's not going to take you to decide something. The workforce is going to decide
Yep,
for you,
yep.
and then it's going to be bad. So you better start doing something now.
Well, it's going to be bad, and I heard it on the call. One
Yeah.
of the times I was on, it's too late then.
That's right.
Yep,
That's
yep.
right. Yeah, I think Buzz said that. Buzz
Yeah.
said it is too late, but
Yeah.
they got to get on it now, today, yesterday.
Yeah, it's. That was my first time going to that, so I was kind of. Or no, I'm sorry, second time I went to Lafayette last time. Lafayette last time seemed to be much more organized.
Yeah,
Of
it
course,
absolutely-
We had Rob Woodall there.
It
And,
absolutely was more organized.
but just, yeah.
Well, and to speak, I think it's an appropriate time right now that we are stressing to the company here, and with Jeff, Wida, Terrence, Kenny, John, whoever's at our partnership meetings, that the workforce here is not happy. They do not want to be here all the time. The days of people wanting to live out at that plant are gone.
Yep.
You need to do something now. They seem to have done more, and I think this is part of Jeff, and Terrence especially. I think they both realize it. They seem to be doing more than what I've seen before, or more. I've heard more now.
Right.
You know, hey, we've asked all our area managers to look at crewing and what crewing levels they need, because we told them, you don't even have enough crewing to account for 2 people on vacation.
Yeah.
You know, or a couple people on red card. You don't have it. You need to do something. They say they're looking into it. No different than Jeff talking to us. Stuff's early, but you know they seem to be doing something. Proof's going to be what actually comes out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it sounds good. We'll see.
Let's move on to one more thing before we take a quick break, and that's craft wages and retention. That was brought up. Was it multiple locations, Mike? And what was said about
It was pretty much every location. I don't know the other locations' plans. I believe we have a plan here. I've written something up. I think it'll work. But every location basically said the same thing. Look, we're losing GMs, we're losing electricians especially. We talked about our machinists, about our roll grinders as well. But everybody says it. We're paying near the top, but we're not the top, and our schedules are scaring them away. So we got to retain them with something. You know, you can't tell a GM, for example, that, hey, sorry, you're going to be on nights for 10 years. Yeah, you're near the top, but you're going to be on nights for 10 years. They aren't going to take it. They're going to go to a mom and pop, 7 to 3, 8 to 4, and take $2-3 less. So pay at the top. We've got a plan to get them there, and I think Jeff's receptive. Not so sure on the other plants, though. Some of the other ones weren't so receptive on it. I think we've got a good plant manager that understands that we've got to keep these crafts here. So I think we'll be able to move forward, and hopefully within the next 2 weeks we'll start to do that.
Yeah, especially with apprentices.
Yeah.
The other plants were far
some were dead in the water right now,
behind
and
us.
I mean, we've got apprenticeships moving. You know, we're starting 5 new GMs in January. I was kind of surprised to hear that some of the other plants aren't even moving on it, aren't even posting them.
Yep.
And one had them posted, and then had a guy fill it, and then said, "No, just kidding.
Right, yeah.
We're not going to
Yep.
do it."
Yep.
So, again, I think fortunately we're leaps and bounds ahead, and we're trying to manage that. Maybe we don't always manage it good, but I think we're managing it pretty well and trying to move forward with it.
Well, and I think that's something that our membership needs to hear. So, I mean, as bad as things are, and things are bad, they're not great and they're not perfect, probably won't be, but when you look at the other plants, you know, their apprenticeship program's not, you know, near where ours is. You know, we
could always do better, but
yeah, but we're better than that.
Yeah. We are,
you know,
absolutely.
You know, the Tennessee has huge issues with their overtime system, and the company tried to implement something, didn't get the union involved. They went ahead and implemented something, and you've got the wrong people getting bypassed. It's a huge mess. You know, our system works, at least for the most part, works the way it should. We don't have upwards of 500 grievances because the system's not working right and the wrong people are coming in. You know, that's there. You know, and there's many other issues. You know, they've got maybe a bigger problem than we do. Other problems in our plant, you look at, you know, the plate mill house people forced in with 800 hours. We're better in some departments than we are in others, but there's huge issues. But in some of the grand scheme of things, we're actually a lot better off than some other locations.
I agree. I think our biggest issue right now is retaining these crafts, and I mean, we've got other big issues too, but when you think about that meeting, our issues somewhat paled in comparison.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
We have similar issues, but just wasn't as deep. So
yeah, that overtime system was a huge deal down there, and that's honestly that took up
a big portion of time.
Yep.
I mean, zeroing them out 3
Yep.
times during this, and I mean, it's just a mess. So yeah.
All right then. Well, we'll take a break. We got somebody crying down here, so we'll take a break and we'll come back.
What was I doing wrong?
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's all right.
Throwing your phone.
Oh,
Banging it around.
oh,
Not ready.
oh! I'm ready.
Ready to eat a donut.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that.
All right, moving on to other business. Mike had to step out and help Pat with some high school kids at the, what is it? Is it a job fair or
Yeah,
career kind of day for high school kids at the learning
Yeah,
center?
it's about manufacturing and stuff. So
Yeah, so he had to go help Pat with that. So moving on,
these kids are too much for him, man.
I guess. An update: the strike at 105.3. That was our unit at Whitecap in Eldridge. That strike is over. There was only 2 people left on the picket line. They decided to go look for work elsewhere. Didn't seem like the company was going to bring them back anytime soon, and they needed to move on. So that strike is officially over, and that unit is no longer exists right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but I mean, give those guys credit. They did something very hard and difficult. Made a difficult decision to go out on strike and do what they thought was right. They were not getting paid even close to what the same people make in Des Moines for doing the same work.
Yeah. I mean, these companies should just be ashamed of themselves, but they have no shame.
That's right. Reminder, November's business meeting will be on the 21st. Board and committee person meeting will be on the 14th. We did just get done with third level grievances. They were October 18th and 19th. Did get a few grievances settled over there. Say Amber did a good job.
Yeah.
Was channeling Clayton very well, and
Yes.
I
thought he was there. Yeah.
That was receptive for to Jerry, and
Yeah.
we did get. I thought that was quite a few. It might be more than what we've ever
Yeah.
settled at third level.
You know, and the sad thing is, how many of those shouldn't have even been there? You know, that's the frustrating part is, you know, some of this management just feels they can do whatever they want, not follow a contract and not follow agreements. Just kind of wastes everyone's time, but we'll continue to go through the process to get those wrongs righted. So
Yeah, I mean that's what the grievance procedure's for, is to hold the company accountable for following the contract. So, reminder: the Jerry, the labor relations guy from Pittsburgh, that he has 45 days to answer to those grievances. The arbitration that we had at the end of, is that the end of August, Lee, or end of September? End of August.
yeah,
Beginning of August.
Yep.
Anyway, our recent arbitration, the arbitrator does have the transcript, so now he has 45 days to answer that ARB case. A reminder, we do have the Halloween parade. That'll be October 29th. We are supposed to have a float, so we'll try to get some chairs on there. Maybe we'll decorate it. It's coming up quick, and I don't know if we're going to have time to decorate it, or we're just going to have it. So I don't know, but we will have T-shirts. So anybody that shows up, we'll have free T-shirts for you. Reminder: the staging area opens up at noon, so we should be down there sometime around noon or a little bit after, and then the parade starts at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
It's going to be a spooktacular, I hear.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Man, lost my train of thought.
Because it was so funny, you made you.
Yeah.
Forget
Make sure to keep your eye on Facebook, our Facebook page. We'll make sure and let everyone know what spot we have once we get down there and we know. I encourage everyone to come out. It's a really good time. I know my kids always have a good time at this parade. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's packed.
Yeah.
Usually,
Crazy amount of people down there.
Yeah, tons of people down there.
Yep.
Reminder that we do have our first charity bingo event that the Civil and Human Rights Committee is putting on is November 4th. Doors open at 12:30, and we'll start the bingoing at 1.
BINGO?
Yep.
A last time didn't we try to get Sean to come down and call numbers?
Yeah.
Letters?
I was busy that day.
Yeah.
Very busy that day.
Coming up on. Yeah, I'm going to be busy that day. Yeah.
I am sure we could get a lot of people there if we say Sean Roberts from Cape Girardeau will be calling letters.
I'm from Moline. Thank you.
You've never been to Cape Girardeau?
I have. Have you?
No.
Good for you then.
I've drove by.
Yeah, and don't stop. Just keep it. Don't stop. No, actually, it's a lovely community.
Sounds like it.
Lee, you got a poker tournament coming up?
Yeah, so Christmas basket time's just around the corner. So we're going to be having a poker tournament where the proceeds, charity poker tournament where the proceeds will go to the Christmas basket fund. Cash prizes will be, we'll wait to see how many people are there to determine what the cash prizes will be. It is on November 10th. The doors open at 6 o'clock and it starts at 7 o'clock. It is on Marine Corps' birthday and the day before Veterans Day, so if you are a veteran and you show proof, you get one free buyback. So I hope to see a lot of people out there. We also will be probably trying to change the lids or the color of the lids for the charity cans in the plant that people can put cans in, the empty cans. We seem to be having problems with some people putting them in trash or putting trash in the can dispensers, and they're having a hard time sorting them out. That money does go towards the Christmas basket fund as well. So we're thinking about maybe spray painting them a unique color. I don't know if it's lime green or whatever to try to stand out, to try to make sure we get money throughout the year for that.
You know what the lids of those cans are shaped like, right?
Circular?
Yeah, with a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a donut, Sean.
I was.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts.
Well played. I think, where is he going with this?
Yeah, I did too, and I didn't even catch it until.
You should have known better.
I know.
See, slow learner.
You know what time it is?
Time to make the donut.
You got that one too?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get
Well,
rid of
apparently.
That's my favorite. Okay, touche.
that. Well played. Right.
All right, a reminder, the United Way campaign, the date we did put out for being done was today. So, but the actual corporate deadline date, we do have some time. So if you still have forms out in your department, or if you haven't, your ambassador hasn't been around to provide you your form, please contact them, your committee person, and then make sure you get the completed forms, turn them in at security, please. Holidays are coming up. Reminder that, if you are overwhelmed, if it's a bad time of the year for you, please reach out to EAP. They're there to help. If you need anything else, reach out to one of your union reps. We'll try to get you the help you need or point you in the right direction. But a reminder that number did change. Let me see if I've got the right forerunner or not. Oh, don't think I do. Oh no, I got the number in my phone. This is where you fill the space.
Oh,
Lee.
wow.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Lee?
Good.
Good.
You got Jeopardy music, Sean?
I was thinking about that. I should get that into the system here.
Yeah.
All right, new number for EAP, because it did change a while back. 1-800-454-2364.
Okay.
Again, if you need anything, reach out to them. All right, next up, Lee, Central Committee.
All right, so we finally got answers back from Central Committee for the wage valuation. We had 3 grievances. One was for the labs, one for plate mill equipment operators, and one for plate mill op. They denied them, so we will be taking those to arbitration. we did reach out to the arbitrator this week. He gave us some dates. We got to see when the company will be available as well. So we will be moving forward with those. As we stated, we feel this is important because without arbitration, the company is just going to keep stalling out on these. So we need to go to arbitration, get a ruling, and kind of make the company accountable for this process. We don't feel like really they're respecting the process; they're just stalling out. So we want to make them accountable, and hopefully we can get some rulings, and then the company will start settling on these when they know that they should be. So more to come on that.
Thanks, Lee. Another reminder, make sure you're running your attendance records, especially if you're gone from work for any reason. Make sure you're having a coach run your records. Of course, we still can't see them. But run them. If there's an issue, it's better to try to take care of that right away.
Yep.
Parking lot. So the hall parking lot, we had some issues with some drainage. There wasn't a good enough pitch or fall. I think the crews use fall.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think that's the
terminology.
Yeah, I think that's what they use. So we had water that was not draining off of the parking lot. They came in yesterday, took out a hunk of
A hunk. A hunk.
A hunk, huh?
How big is a hunk? Asking
It's
for a friend.
It's about 25 square feet, or 25. It's a length of like 25 feet.
It's a length of a hunk.
I learn something new every day, I swear.
Yeah.
You guys don't use like
my wife does when she talks about me. He's a hunk. Okay, that's a lie. I take that back.
Down in Inga, you guys don't say I need a hunk of scrap for this. Give me a hunk of.
After this, we might.
Give me some C507.
Give me a hunk of that.
it.
And that equates to a tub, I think.
Oh, I like that.
A hunk is a tub.
Good. Yeah.
A hunk of tub.
Boy, if I only had the hunk of burning love, I'd play that right now.
Right. You're gonna need a.
Oh, I can't imagine what you're gonna do after we're done.
Right.
You'll probably put some surprise in there. Anyway.
He just gave me the side eye.
A section of the parking lot was removed.
For top deals on tools, head to Menard.
Oh, is that Menard's terminology?
Yeah.
Oh,
Might be.
Customer service, I need a hunk of tools. Can you point me in the right direction?
Save big money at Menards.
I think it's a frequent terminology in Viola or Cape Girardeau.
Okay.
Boy, this is turning into a big old hunk. A hunk.
Where the hell are we at?
Not really sure.
Well,
You better hunker
parking lot,
down.
obviously, we had a hunk of.
Stuff removed.
Yeah.
Anyway, then they're gonna fix the grading and lower a intake, not intake valve.
Like a
water intake. They're gonna lower that and then repave it, and we should be good.
He's very worried how he words things now.
Well, how much pavement are they going to put down? A big old hunk of it? Right? Since they took out a hunk?
I'm just glad I gave you guys something to make fun of me about, because there's multiple times where we have these and I feel like, man, I really make fun of the other guys and they really don't have anything to make fun of me about. And now that I gave you something, I feel good about that.
A little fuel.
Yeah, like I gave something back to you.
I appreciate that.
Sometimes the bully gets bullied.
Sometimes you mess with the bull, you get the horn.
That's right. Yeah.
Big old hunk of it, too. Buddy.
That one was funny.
That's good. That's good times.
Okay, also, another reminder to check your checks. And especially if you are getting ready to retire, make sure you check your pay grade and you're getting paid right, because that might have some implications to your retirement and your pension. So please make sure you're getting paid the right pay grade.
Make sure they're not taking a big old hunk of money out of there.
Vacation selection is open. If an area is stuck, please reach out to Union. Well, I don't know if they officially moved.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we asked them to move the date back from the 11th. I don't think they have yet, but if we have issues, we're definitely gonna have them move that date back because there was a slow start, especially in Ingot.
Yep.
But if you run up on the red card, folks on red card or whatever, somebody's not picking, make sure you reach out to your committee person or your union rep so we can get moving. Again, the first official deadline was December 11th. Reminder, open enrollment is on now. It started yesterday, goes through November 3rd. Some of the things are automatic. Your health insurance is the same. You don't pick that. It'll automatically enroll you. But there is other things like flexible spending.
Yep.
Where you have to go in there and you have to select it. It will be zeroed out every time.
Yep.
Along with that, so you guys know there is some AFLAC type things that are out there. One for accidents. I got that for my kids, really for my kids, not really for me. But they'll pay you for your checkups. They'll pay you for. I used it. My daughter tore ACL, and that paid out quite a bit of money for those things.
Yeah, I got that as well.
Yeah, you've had good luck with it, Rachel.
Yeah.
So those are, you have to go back in and reapply for those, or
Correct.
or
I do believe so.
Yeah, I believe those will
supplemental.
not roll over.
Okay.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, it's been good. Reminder, the Nathaniel Payne Scholarship, the union is taking those applications right now, and the deadline is Friday, December 8th to get those back in. You'll find the form on the back of this week's Forerunner, and we do have extra down at the hall. If you were not able to get your flu shot at the event that was at the plant, a reminder, you can still go to the CVS pharmacy and get flu shot or COVID shot for free. There is various vaccines that are now free to get at the pharmacy. Again, that was a benefit that we negotiated last contract.
Yep.
On the FMLA front, again, the company is cracking down on that. If you go over what your cert says, they'll crack down on you. Reminder, short-term disability runs concurrent with your FMLA hours, and you only have 12 weeks a year that you can use. And another issue that came up that I had to file a grievance over is whether or not, as an employee, you're making a good faith effort to get your stuff turned in. So they want to give an individual roughly 3 or 4 hits based on the fact that it was the paperwork came back late. And I've got to argue that that person was doing everything they could. It was not that person's fault that the doctor did not give LifeWorks what they were asking for. Several clarifications, several times going back and forth. Wasn't that individual's fault or that member's fault, but they are giving that person 4 hits. So it's very important that if you cannot get the paperwork in on time, that you have something documented, or at least you keep track of calling LifeWorks, calling the doctor's office, and making attempts to get that paperwork in and correct.
Yeah, I see a big one that I see all the time is the short-term disability. If you go out on short-term disability or FMLA, they will take FMLA hours concurrently. So depending on how long you're out on short-term disability, if you come back and then try to use FMLA hours, you will have less hours than you thought you did, and in some cases you may be run out of hours because of being on short-term disability, depending on how long.
Yep. Reminder that the office manager, Dan, his hours are 6:30 to 2:30, Monday through Friday. He is your go-to resource for retirement questions, how much your pension's going to be, what do I need to do and when. So please use them.
Yeah.
He also answers a lot of Medicare questions too.
Yeah, he's definitely. I can't stress enough how much if you're planning on retiring, get a hold of Dan.
Yep. Another reminder. I know we talked about it a little bit, but check your checks again. Make sure your pay grade's right. And another reminder that we did have issues when you went from one state to the other, living in a different state, that the state taxes were not correct. So make sure you're watching their check. I know the Women of Steel were helping out at the bake sale that just finished up. Amber said that seemed like it went well, but we do not have a number yet on actually what was raised. It looked like there was quite a few raffle baskets too setting out there.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
They do a lot of work on that. I know Amber worked a lot of hours trying to get that help set up. I'm sure some of the other ladies did as well. So
I went up and got something to eat. It was pretty good.
What'd you get?
Carrot cake.
Oh, really?
It was good. I didn't see any donuts though, buddy.
Carrot cake?
Yeah.
You like carrot cake?
No, I ate it just because I hate it.
yeah, and you say I ask dumb questions.
But
I think though, carrot cake would be an acceptable. Really, you like that?
Yeah.
Maybe it was maybe he got there late and
Hey,
it was the only thing there.
no.
And he's like, you know.
Hey Lee, ask me how big of a piece it was.
How big of a piece was it?
Big ol' hunk of piece.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
That's what I did there.
Yeah, yeah.
Big ol' hunk.
Use some new terminology we all learned today. Well, not all of us.
Must be a Menards thing.
The SOAR meetings are the first Thursday of each month at 1:30, and a reminder: there's chili supper is December 8th.
Sounds delicious.
Come down and get you a
Big ol' bowl.
honkin' bowl of chili.
Honkin' bowl.
Another update. If you didn't know, there's a fire at Sevier Steel. Those folks were terminated, those employees, so they could access some benefits and at least their 401k. I believe they've paid out unused vacation.
Sounds like it.
That was earned. Other than that, it just seems like the company's screwing these guys over because they won't say they're not opening back up.
Yep.
And it's costing them on their unemployment. That, if you don't know, our great Governor Kim Reynolds already cut down. So these guys got laid off or terminated actually due to that fire. They don't have a job there anymore, and it's of no fault of their own. And they go from 26 weeks to 16 weeks.
Yep.
And right now, jobs are maybe a little bit harder to find in this area because you had Deere layoff right before that.
Yep. And you've got to accept jobs that are less paying.
That's right.
If you're offered, can't stress enough. I don't want to get too much in a political ditch, but elections matter, that's for sure, and not just elections, but when some of these legislators put up crap like that, we need to let them know that's not something we want. I don't care if you voted for them or not. Crap is crap.
Yep. Nobody ran on we're gonna fuck people over on unemployment.
Yep.
So we did have a couple weeks ago. We did have a little job fair here at the hall for those folks, and they got to talk to workforce development. Some of the colleges were there, so that was a good thing for them.
Yeah, it sounded like it went really well. They're pretty appreciative of everything that was there for them.
Been a lot of people calling the hall, but most of what they want's crafts, and sorry, we need crafts too. So,
right. Yeah.
There's not that much available.
Yeah, I think Pat said from other states, people are calling.
Oh yeah, we had Sterling, Wisconsin, Missouri. There are quite a few places calling here.
Anyone call from Cape Girardeau?
Gosh, not that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's a lovely community.
It's a hunk of a lot of, I don't know. I have nothing.
I appreciate the effort, Sean.
Well, you know.
For top deals on tools, head to Menard.
Save big money at Menards.
Miss Ray.
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I thought you were that guy
You didn't know?
saying that.
Really? Okay.
Don't tell me how to be doing that.
Sounds like you. Why didn't you even use this? You can, no, Mike left.
No.
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
You're a monster.
Oh, yeah, I did use that, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you used it earlier.
Right after he said his name.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that clarification. I forgot.
Do you have another one of him? Is there another Shrek one of him? For him in
I was going to put one in,
Did you do
but I didn't.
the gingerbread man?
I think I may have taken that out, didn't I?
Or no, the muffin man.
Oh, yeah, right here.
The mu-
You know the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man.
You're a monster.
I think
Yeah.
that's my favorite right there.
I had somebody else from the plant say that the other day.
Yeah, you know, somebody walked by and they go, "You're a monster," and then they go, donuts."
That's not as funny.
No, it's hilarious actually.
Time to make the donuts.
All right, sorry, that's just kind of fun,
Yeah.
buddy.
I like that one. I like the vintage.
Oh, I like the
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah.
Yep. Almost as vintage as 98.9.
Jeez. Yeah.
Sean's got the power.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Nope.
Where can people find us?
On Power 98.9.
Man, that was your radio voice.
Find us at Menards. And Water Park. Is that no? Miracle Car Wash.
We got power tools.
Power tools and power hits. So you want to know where they can find this lovely podcast?
Yeah, Sean.
Well, find us on our Facebook page at Steel Revolution Podcast, USW, Local 105, the Apple Podcast app for your Apple devices, Podcast Addict for Android devices, the Android app, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio app, the Spotify app, YouTube, Odyssey app, Libsyn.com, Loco's website, and the men's restroom here at Local 105. And plus, tell your smart device to play Steel Revolution Podcast.
Yeah, you said you did that. And
I did.
And it happened.
Okay, let me see if I can do that on my phone right now. Hey, Siri,
Oh boy.
play Steel Revolution Podcast.
Oh, there's a problem. Please try again.
Perfect.
It works, I swear to gosh.
I was worried what was going to come up.
That's what happens when you're on air.
Yeah,
You're live.
That's
Things
right.
happen, man. Things happen. Hey, Siri, play Steel Revolution.
There's an issue with your Apple Music account. To resolve this, check
that your
account is
up to date in the
settings app.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I gotta fix this.
You got to pay your bill.
I don't know, man.
They're after you. Hey, Siri.
Mine came on.
Yours? You know what? I probably don't even have mine set up.
Yeah, it's apparently on my end. Well, that's not cool.
You know what? I believe you, Sean.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. What a hunk of crap this thing is. That was funny.
Well, that's not going away anytime soon.
No, it's not. No.
This has been
A lovely podcast.
hunk of a good show. All of it.
All of it, yes.
Every single bit.
So anything planned for the day? No.
Yeah.
Lee? You got to run in Dunkin' Donuts or anything? Or, excuse me, Dunkin'? No?
Dunkin'.
What do they call it? Dunkin' now. They took the
Not
donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts?
No, it's Dunkin'. What? Come on. You got to get that tattoo fixed then.
It's more than just donuts, you know.
Yeah, it's coffee, donuts, and...
Yeah.
Oh, don't act like you
I
don't
I
know.
don't go there.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm hungry. Nothing?
Not nothing. What do you mean?
Man, what a hunk of jerk you are.
Yeah.
I gotta fix this Siri thing. That's bothering me now. Gosh darn it. It does work. So ask your smart device to play a Steel Revolution podcast. It will. Apparently. Maybe my kids got into this. I don't know.
Lee looks like he's going to take his ball and go home.
I think you're right.
I think it's time to wrap up this shit show.
Don't tell me how to eat donut.
Well, while you're picking up your ball and going home, Lee, don't forget to say something good about your union.
Every day.
All right.
Till next time. Bye.
Bye. You gonna say bye, Lee?
Bye.
Steel Revolution is a podcast by USW Local 105, Bettendorf, Iowa.